Jared, thanks. Several counties in Southwest Virginia still under a state of emergency due to that flooding. Those counties include Wise, Russell, Lee, Buchanan, Scott, and Dickenson counties. Several sheriffs have told News Channel 11 that the Virginia National Guard in the flood-affected areas is there to provide relief. Multiple shelters have been opened for people that have been displaced by the flooding. The Russell County Emergency Management Agency says that shelters have been opened at the First Baptist Church in Honaker and the Green Valley Baptist Church Gymnasium in Lebanon. The Buchanan County Sheriff's Office has said that shelters have been opened at Riverview Elementary and Grundy Presbyterian Church. News Channel 11's Maddie Cottaspati was in Buchanan County this evening to get a first-hand look at the damage caused by the floodwaters. She has a story on relief efforts within the county.
The aftermath of flash flooding can be seen throughout Buchanan County through piles of debris and residual floodwaters covering the roads. After floods hit the county on Saturday, local and state officials spent Sunday reaching their residents in need.
Mostly, we spent most of our time today doing wellness checks, people calling in, worried about their family, that type of thing. It's just been a hectic day.
According to County Sheriff Alan Boyd, emergency officials have worked throughout the weekend responding to flood-related emergencies.
We've answered over 1,200 calls for service. That's through our administrative lines and our 911 lines. We have rescued, not personally the Sheriff's Office, but all of our supporting partners have rescued over 280 people.
The county is no stranger to floods, but Boyd says the reach of this weekend's floods are different.
Those are a little different than what we had this time because they were more centralized to a very isolated location. This one has been kind of all over the county, and which has made the response a little bit bigger. Once the flood waters recede, the recovery work begins. We need to get done with the work of checking on people, and then it's time to start looking at helping to evaluate the damage. Sheriff
Boyd encourages the community to check on their neighbors as the temperatures begin to drop and many are still without power. In Grundy, Maddie Cottaspati, News Channel 11.
And Dickenson County is another area that's been hit hard with flooding over the weekend. Some roads remaining closed even into tonight. On top of that, several water rescues have taken place in the county. News Channel 11's Alex Williams traveled there earlier today to get a look at the damage.
Well, the rain has come and gone here in Dickenson County, Virginia, but it's not without the effects that we have seen here of flooding. I'm standing here in a driveway in Dickenson County, and you can see water is actively moving over that. And that water is a very powerful force and has done quite a bit of damage just to this roadway. In fact, you can see the houses here behind me. Good news, both families were evacuated last night and they are safe. However, the water actually came up to their property lines as high as you can see the AC compressor right there on this first house. The far house, you can actually see some of the damage the water caused up against the back edge of the house where some of the brick has been eroded away from the force of water. As you continue to walk down towards that farther house, you can actually see how the water came up underneath the pavement and buckled it, just like a deck of cards kind of folding over is what it looked like. And just broken pieces of asphalt and rock where the road once was because of the power of this water. Now the water has come down significantly since yesterday, but still obviously is pretty high up, and residents are staying safe and aware of the flooding that's going on. You can see the mailbox behind me. That the water was actually up just to the bottom of that mailbox. So you get an idea of how high the water was up off of this normal trickling creek. It was a raging torrent of water that came pouring down through here. The other effects that we have seen on this road are mudslides and landslides where the earth has been softened by the days of rain, and then you see that turn into a mudslide or a landslide where that slides down the hill onto the road. The sheriff and his team have been working very hard cleaning things up, and he says in his 44 years he hasn't seen flooding this significant here in Dickenson County. Reporting in Dickenson County, Alex Williams, News Channel 11.
And finally, in Washington County, Virginia, they also saw significant flooding. That's where News Channel 11's Karen Jenkins was and has this report.
Here in Washington County, Virginia, several creeks, streams, and even rivers like this one, the North Fork of the Holston, have overflown their banks, causing localized flooding. Here on Mendota Road, Washington County Master Deputy Andrew Johnston warns a driver to turn around. The road is flooded. The driver initially tries to pass, but thankfully realizes it's not worth it.
No matter what kind of vehicle you have, there's always a chance that, you could get swept away, and then you're in a really bad position. Johnston says there are several areas of the county that have flooded roads, including the Meadowview area, Clinchburg, Hyder's Gap, and Mendota. Thankfully, so far, though, water did not get into any homes. But if it does, they're prepared. We have some swiftwater rescue teams that will be able to deploy if they're needed. The National Guard is on standby, so all kinds of resources available.
Now, I'm told these waters are receding, but as darkness sets in, officials say it's more important than ever to be aware of your surroundings. Do not cross any road that is flooding, and if you can, just stay home. Reporting in Washington County, Virginia, I'm Karen Jenkins, News Channel 11.